How are you adapting to the current circumstance? How are you handling the current global challenge or global pandemic to be specific? Are you studying online? Because most schools are closed, and in most part of the world, especially in this continent of Africa, the leaders don't necessarily. Yes, they are doing their bits, and you know, for some their best, but even before the global pandemic, we know that our leaders can do more. But again, as an African youth, are you going to continue to wait and depend on the government? In my own opinion, no, you shouldn't. You should find ways to adapt and to evolve. I'm blessed by God, and through His wisdom, I haven't studied information technology and also project management in information technology. I have been running my tech business since 2007. That's 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, if I'm correct. And I've got a bit of experience when it comes to launching digital technology businesses. I exit one 2000 and I can't remember. I think 2012, 2013 or 14 there, but no, not 2014. I think 2011 or 12, either of the two. Meaning I sold a business directory that runs online. But it's not about me, it's about you. And the question again is, how are you adapting? Let me switch out the aircon. So I ask again, how are you remaining relevant? What gifts, service, products, or business can you serve? What value can you serve? What value do you have? What can you build or develop and promote, sell, and make money from on the internet? Why the internet? That's a very relevant question. If you have not been living under the cave or rock in the past 4 months, you would realize that most businesses that are relevant during the lockdown, had lockdown everywhere or anywhere in the world, are businesses that are running on the internet, even if they are not fully fledged digital companies. But the ones that are relevant are those that are operating on the internet. So that's why I ask, which business, which value are you delivering online? And please let me say this before some of you start to assume otherwise. I am talking about building a value adding business or service on the internet. I'm not talking about fraud, neither am I talking about scam. And if you're watching this video, you are still in all those funny businesses, be careful. Stop it right now. There are more things that you can do, legitimate things that you can do on the internet, value adding things that you can do on the internet to make money. So I asked earlier, if you are studying as a youth, African youth, if you are studying online, you should if you are not. And the reason why that is relevant is because you need to acquire new skills, skills that are relevant. If you are a graduate of high school or college or university, my assumption is some of your courses are no more relevant. That's my assumption. You need to study online. Just came to my mind that some might be saying, where is the data? There's no infrastructure. Can I please, with every sense of humility, request that you stop complaining? Challenges are everywhere. It's obvious that the government, the African government, I'm an African, a black man, in case you wonder, and it would be so bizarre if you do. Haven't seen me on video. Yes, African governments, they are not doing much when it comes to infrastructure development, especially digital technology infrastructure development, because that's how we can leverage, that's how we can have leverage and also fast track the development, not just politically, not just economically, not just socially, but in all ramifications. When the digital technology infrastructure is working in every corner of Africa, we can play or participate at global level, develop different products. I'll make examples of companies from the Silicon Valley. Your Google, your Facebook. These are 20-something-year-old companies. These are 20-something-year-old companies, 2-3 decades old, and they are running hundreds of billions. Their valuation is hundreds of billions of dollars. The people that started this business, they don't have 2 heads. I understand that, some of them have it better than African youths. But again, please stop complaining. Look for leverage. Look for opportunities. Search for them. And if you are watching this video and you are an African youth, you are one of the privileged. You are one of the privileged, because without data or data, whichever way you want to call it, you cannot watch this video. Or perhaps somebody has downloaded it and downloaded it on YouTube and wherever I have uploaded this video, and you are able to watch it offline. That's great. You have a smartphone or a phone or device that can play video. That is why you are able to watch this. So my point is, you are one of the privileged in Africa. If you're an African youth, you're one of the privileged to be able to watch this. So it means that you have what it takes to build and to start an online business. That's the purpose of this video, if you haven't realized. I want to see more African youths, to be specific, building value-adding products and services online. And one of the reasons why I keep emphasizing online or internet is because, in my opinion, that's one of the ways you remain relevant and also cut costs. You can cut cost when you build your business online, one, you don't need an office space. You can have distributed workforce, you know, and some of the startups, that I've followed or that I'm following or studying, most based in tech startup, most based in the West. They have distributed workforce, people working for them, some in Europe, some in India, some in Asia, some in Australia, some in Africa. Andela, great work. Andela. I'm not sure which one it is, but whichever one. You're doing great. And all the tech ecosystem enablers, thank you very much for what you're doing. But the truth of the matter is there's a lot more that we can do. If you ask, what am I doing? Am I just talking and talking? No, I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. Those that do know me will attest to that. I hope you have taken one or two things from my ranting, if you call it that. But I really, really, really want to see more young Africans, Black Africans, building businesses online.